Hey everyone, Pup Twigs here from Orlando, Florida, and joining me on episode 10 of Unleashed is Pup Northern from Queensland, Australia. How are you?
All right.
It's so awesome to have you on here. I haven't got to interview many, but I have had a couple from Australia that I've had on here.
They're all of my friends.
What is it?
Yeah, they're all my friends because you've done T-Bolt
Awesome.
and you've done AJ. They're all my
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good friends.
AJ. Well, I'm glad you're here and stuff. I always like getting pups outside of the US. So I'm just going to get started and find out, what is the inspiration behind you and the name Pup Northern?
So essentially, years ago, I was a scout leader, and that's kind of where my pup name originated from. Was the fact that I was a scout leader. I did a lot of work with the little Joeys, which are our
Hmm.
youngest section. Um, and I was like, well, might as well take something that's so close to me and bring it across to another community that is so close to me.
Awesome. I like that. So now I want to kind of talk about your unique puphood. It looks like it's either, I don't know if you call it a sky blue, light blue, or powder blue, and white
It's a
from what I
sky blue.
can.
Powder blue is a bit darker than this.
Okay. Is there any significance behind the colors that you picked?
My favorite color is blue. And I found that because I have an OG, just regular canine hood.
Okay.
And I thought that's just too normal. I see people with them all the time. I need something that's out there so that when everybody sees me, they're like, "Oh my god, I know you," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the one with the crazy ass hood."
There you go. I like it. It looks awesome. So, how long have you been in the pup community?
About 2 years now. Started fresh when I was 18.
Okay, all right. Well, what have you found to be the easiest part of being a pup in our community?
That is a good question. Probably getting to know people.
Okay.
Because I found like when I went to my first mosh, um, everybody was like, "Oh my god, you puppy, come here," and I
Yes.
was like, "Ah, this is a lot." Um, and like now, just everybody knows me, and I know everybody, and no matter what part I travel to, everybody just knows me. Because like just last week, I was down in Big Paw with all the Big Paw pups, and they were all like, "Oh my god, hello, we know you," and I'm like, "Ah, hello."
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. So now I like to go to the opposite of that. What have you found that's been difficult being in the pup community the last 2 years?
The very heavy gay culture.
Okay.
As a trans man myself, I've found that it's it's kind of not something you see often is trans people getting into the community
Yeah.
or at least getting involved in pars at least. It's still very muchly rooted in gay man culture.
Hmm.
Um, and that's something at least us in QPAR are actively trying to change. Like our two current title holders, Pup Billy and I can't remember our our handler's name for the life of me. Um, some obscure name. I'm sorry, Katya. I love you. Um, they're both our resident drag queens. So the only way I remember Katya is because of her drag name. Um, but they're both transgender. Um, and so it's amazing to see that our two title holders are in the LGBTQ community, but also the trans community.
Hmm.
And it really enlightens it for at least us trans people, to be able to see that we're able to be accepted and do all these kinds of things in a public space.
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. I agree with you and everything. We need that to change and become even more inclusive than what we already are.
Yeah,
So, what advice would you give somebody that's just now wanting to get into pup play and the pup community?
don't be scared. It looks big and scary, and everyone will be, oh my god, new meat, come here. But just don't get scared. You'll warm up to everybody eventually. And we may look big and scary, but we're not big and scary. We're just big cuddly people.
That's right. Yes. So, what happened 2 years ago that inspired you to embrace the pup lifestyle?
Honestly, no bloody clue. I have no idea. I still sit here and think about it to this day. I'm like, how did I get into this? Like, this, what happened?
Hey, it's just fun. I mean, I'm the same way. I saw some pups at a bar, and I said, "Oh my God, that looks like a lot of fun." And then next thing I know, I'm ordering my first hood off of Amazon, and
I think it was that like I saw pups at Pride because
yeah,
I did Pride with Scouts for quite a few years, and when I saw them at Pride, I was like, huh, that's cool. Considering I'm also in the furry community, so they both kind of overlap in a sense.
yeah.
And so I was like, huh, that's sick. I would love to go talk to them right now, but I'm still a child. Because I knew it was a kink thing. I knew it was a kink thing, well, for some, but
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to go and introduce myself just yet because I'm still a child.
Well, I think that's a valid and everything, but and I know where you live is a destination for other people that don't live in Australia. But
Oh, absolutely.
if money was no object for you to travel, where would you like to go?
I would absolutely love to travel the bars in America.
Okay.
Absolutely. Um, just from seeing how loving, how accepting the community is, and how with all of the shit going, my language, with all of the stuff going on at the moment, um, around just everything in America at the moment,
Yeah.
it's great to see that us as a community, it's made us even tighter. And
Yes.
it doesn't matter what part you're from, what side of the world you're from. We're all together because we're all pups, and it doesn't matter.
That's right. We definitely are and everything. So where is there a specific place in the United States that you would want to go to?
Honestly, nowhere really specific. I just kind of want to travel. I'm a very traveling guy anyway. I cannot sit in my house cooped up for more than 3 months. I have to get out and travel. Um, and that's not travel within my state. I've seen everything here. I need to go elsewhere. And yeah, if money wasn't an object, I'd absolutely go and travel America and go
Awesome.
and see all the history, go and see all the different communities that are out there and
Yeah.
just get to know people.
Okay. Well, speaking of community, what does the pup community look like there in Queensland?
Um, I want to say clicky. I want to say clicky because it is clicky. I know I'm supposed to be sitting here going, "Oh, it's great, it's wonderful," but it's kind of clicky.
Okay.
Um, we yeah, it's other than all of that, it's great. Everyone's so welcoming, especially for like my first time coming into the park, coming into my first mosh. Everyone was like, ah, hello. And like we're all so tight knit. Like if something happens with somebody, everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
And like we've got our title holders. Like our president is currently Mr. Queensland Leather. Bless Bailey, love that man with every inch of my being. Our pup and handler for 2024 are Billy and Katya. I can't remember her name for the life of me. I know it's some obscure name, and I will remember it later. And like all of our title holders come to events all the time. Like even our past title holders, like just sitting there and being able to talk to them and hearing what they went through in their title period, hearing what everybody's gone through, because I'm the second youngest person in the park. So
Wow.
like hearing the stories from all the elders, well, I
Yes.
call them elders, it's just really enlightening. And it makes me feel even more little than I already am.
Oh no, I got you. I totally understand that and everything. In fact, this podcast, I came across a pup in San Francisco, California that wanted to be on it, to find out that he has been a pup for 32 years. He was one of the original pups that started at the uh, International Leather Convention they have in
Oh
Chicago
yeah, yeah,
and everything. And his friend found out he's 1 year a pup longer than the other one was. So those are the first two pups that we know in U.S. history that were out as a pup.
yeah. Well, two of our leather title holders currently are over in Chicago at that leather event because they're both competing in International Mr. Leather,
Yes.
which bless their hearts, good luck.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love them too.
totally. Totally.
I love them both so much.
Oh. Well,
They've got this.
if others wanted to reach out to you, how's the best way they can get in touch with you?
Probably Instagram, because I'm chronically online. But I also do have a link tree, which I will throw at you,
Okay.
which has all of my socials, Twitter, Instagram. I'm on Pup Space if people are starting to know about Pup Space.
Okay. Yep.
I'm even on Discord every now and again. But yes, I have everything, and there is a Facebook coming soon. It is work in progress.
Awesome. I'm sure you will maybe hear from a few reaching out to you. So, uh,
Yeah,
any last words from Pup Northern before we get off of here?
be good, be great, and be puppy.
Oh, nice. Well, it was a pleasure getting to spend a little bit of time with you.
Pleasure meeting you too.